Welcome. My name is Tony Russell, and in this module I will be discussing how to start a career in new product planning. I was motivated to create this video after having a number of wonderful discussions with people who have asked me how they might be able to transition to a career in new product planning. For this presentation, I have the great pleasure of including the perspectives of other new product planning leaders. I hope you find the information in the presentation to be useful. The views and opinions expressed in this presentation are solely mine and do not represent those of my current or previous employers. For this module, I will be covering the following objectives. Understand what is new product planning as a function. Understand the variety of position titles used in new product planning. Understand the common responsibilities in new product planning. Understand the breadth and variety of experience needed in new product planning. And we'll discuss potential strategies on how to enter a new product planning position. I am often asked the question, what is new product planning? And what is its role in the drug development process? There is no single definition that exists today. But I like to think of it as the function responsible for working closely with research and development teams to help shape and craft new therapeutics with high commercial value that address significant unmet needs for patients. You can see here as well the perspectives of other new product planning leaders on how they would define the function. And I believe you can see similar themes. A common theme central to new product planning is the ability to integrate multiple disciplines. We'll revisit this theme when we discuss responsibilities and experience needed in new product planning. Another common question I receive relates to the titles used in new product planning. The truth is that there can be a lack of consistent titles used for the position. And this can lead to possible confusion. I've provided a list of actual position titles that can be found related to new product planning. I'd like to point out that two positions with the same title may not necessarily have the same responsibilities. This is an issue we'll touch upon on the next slide. The good news is that new product planning or new product strategy are titles that are appearing more commonly. To better understand the typical responsibilities in new product planning, we analyzed close to 50 new product planning positions in different regions. Using word cloud analysis, we can see the prominent responsibilities described in the positions. As you can see, there is a wide collection of duties under the responsibility of new product planning. For example, duties can include understanding the disease state, understanding market access, partnering with business development, defining the value proposition, and conducting competitive intelligence. And, of course, the duties can vary depending on the size of the organization as well as the stage of development for the programs. A successful professional in new product planning needs to be able to integrate these various duties effectively. With this analysis in mind, I think it's fair to say that core new product planning responsibilities typically include indication prioritization, lifecycle management option prioritization, defining the market opportunity, informing clinical development plans for optimal positioning, and informing evidence generation plans to support optimal market access strategies. Another question that comes up is what is the right experience needed to enter new product planning? Using the same analysis of posted job descriptions I described on the prior slide, we looked at the required experiences for the positions. Similar to the range of responsibilities for new product planning, broad experience is typically required. And this breadth can include functions, disease state areas, and education. And it should be no surprise that new product planning is rarely an entry-level position. As someone who will be expected to integrate various perspectives and inputs, the ability to work effectively with a wide range of functions on a day-to-day basis is critical. Having strong emotional intelligence is another critical success factor for those in new product planning, as the position needs to build strong relationships and plays a critical role in problem solving. What is the right career path to new product planning is another common question. My colleague Anne Olivier analyzed the backgrounds of members of the New Product Planning Network group with direct new product planning experience. You can see the results of her analysis here. What is interesting is that there is no one singular pathway to a career in new product planning. And there is a high degree of variability in terms of backgrounds. The analysis shows a mix of science, marketing, business development, and analytics. The diversity of backgrounds, both across the different members and within each member, reflects the diversity of skills and experience needed for the new product planning role. As was mentioned on the previous slide, new product planning is rarely an entry-level position. In fact, a new product planning position is one that is typically obtained after gaining experience in other functions. We now turn our attention on how to get experience in new product planning. From my perspective, there are two general scenarios that you might find yourself in. In the first scenario, You are looking to transition from your current situation to a new company. In this scenario, it might help to look for positions with the following titles that you see here. When thinking about taking this approach, be sure to tailor your resume to highlight how your current skills can translate into the role of interest. For example, someone with a strong research background accustomed to working with large amounts of data can leverage that experience into business analytics. In the second scenario, you might be looking to make a transition within your current company. For this scenario, I would suggest meeting your colleagues in the new product planning group. Express your interest in the field and look to find some way to help out with discrete projects. I've listed some project ideas here as examples of used before. This can be a great way to learn more about new product planning and obtain some real experience. In either scenario, I strongly encourage you to meet and network with professionals in the new product planning function. This is the best way to learn and get advice on how to leverage your current experience into a new product planning role. I asked some of my colleagues who are leaders in the new product planning area what advice they may have for someone looking to enter the function. You can see their responses here, and I encourage you to spend some time reading these pearls of wisdom. The advice you see here strikes a good balance between the realities of the function and the opportunities available to you as a career option. The themes of experience diversity and the ability to work effectively across different functions of the organization are clearly represented here. As we come to the end of this module, I'd like to add my thoughts to those of my colleagues from the previous slide. New product planning as a function is relatively new to the pharmaceutical industry, but has existed in various forms in different functions historically. The need for new product planning expertise is anticipated to grow as more and more companies are expected to think about commercial strategy earlier on in the pipeline. Given the need for broad experience in new product planning, there is no singular career pathway. For those that are interested and have industry experience, there are possible ways to enter new product planning. If you are interested in new product planning, reach out and network. I have found a career in new product planning to be exciting and a great way to help bring needed therapies to patients. I encourage you to join us on the journey. I hope you found this module helpful. I want to thank my colleagues who were willing to share their perspectives and wisdom about pursuing a career in new product planning. Please feel free to contact me via LinkedIn if you have any questions or feedback. And be sure to visit the new product planning website for additional resources. Thank you.